It's provided a really valuable infantry fighting vehicle as opposed to other armoured personnel carriers. Is able to go where a main battle tank goes with a section of infantry and deploy them up to contact with an enemy and provide them with fire support. It was provided with a lot of additional armour, additional capabilities for deployment to Iraq, which really tested the limits of that chassis and pushed its weight up quite far. It provided that infantry fighting vehicle capability. It's provided the infantry with a form of mobile fire support, form of mobile protection. Over and above that, that was formerly available. Its role has varied since it came into service in the late 1980s. On one hand, the cancellation is about bringing the army back into the black, as it were, so that it can actually afford and properly fund all of the capabilities that it needs. And on the other hand, it's about increasing and improving readiness. Readiness, resolve, proven capability to deploy quickly are actually really important parts of deterrence. So it doesn't matter how good your vehicles are if you can't actually get them to a theatre in time to stop something from escalating beyond your control. It doesn't really matter. So the idea is that by removing the warrior from service, that will provide more funds to support the vehicles that remain, the Ajax, Boxer, Challenger 3. It will provide more resources to support and deploy those platforms so that they can get there quicker when needed. There are two big and really interesting changes. The first is the movement to brigade combat teams, which is a similar model to that adopted by the US Army, the Russian Army, the Chinese Army. And it would mean that the British Armed Forces have brigades that are much more self-sustaining, so they should in theory take all of their logistics capabilities with them. That will in turn improve the readiness and demonstrate Britain's resolve to potential aggressors around the world. The second change that I think is quite significant is the deep reconnaissance strike formations with Ajax, mobile firepowers and the upgraded MLRS. That reflects concern over the reconnaissance strike concepts that the Russian armed forces are generating and the Chinese armed forces are working on too. Deploying into theatre without something that can counter that would be unwise. And you can see that the way that the formation is set up with Watchkeeper, that it is clearly designed to provide a very short communications loop within the British Army so that lethal fires can be delivered in a very short space of time. So I think that as a concept is quite exciting.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.